Welcome back to Electric Soldier Plays Pokemon XG Next Generation. Last episode we went further into the Cipher Key Lair. In between episodes we purified Hitmonlee, Ursaring, Blastoise, Nidoqueen, Charizard, Armaldo, Glalie, and Walrein. We replaced the Weezing that we had on our team temporarily with a Nidoqueen because I wanted Stab Earth Power. It's not going to be as strong as Stab Earthquake, but it also won't hit our own Pokemon. Which I just haven't had room to fit Protect onto our Pokemon, so I'm just not going to bother. We do have Sheer Force, which is an interesting thing, even though we have a higher physical attack than a special attack. So I don't think Stone Edge has the gets affected by Sheer Force, but it's useful for coverage. And yeah, here we go. Nothing over here. And you're guarding that. That Sun and Moon door exists. Okay. And can they go in here yet? Nope. Okay. So right here. Above here is the factory's all-important control machine. I can't let you pass even if it takes inches off my chest. Steve. He's Steve. Got an Aggron and a Lapras. So I found out what causes this lag sometimes, and it's just Dolphin caching the game resources into memory. So I'm not going to bother with trying to clear it or anything. It'll clear naturally at the start of each episode. Or at the start of each session that I'm recording these. So we got a Shadow Aggron. Which means we'll hit you here. It's a regular Lapras, so I'm expecting regular Surf, and I'm really hoping I can take it out with Marowak first. I found out what a Shadow Slayer and Shadow Hunter do. They're 60 base power, but they're super effective on Shadow Pokemon instead of just being on regular Pokemon. Waterfall. Doesn't quite take out Marowak. Shadow Smash. Shadow Smash when everyone mains Bayonetta. The attack and defense is like superpower. Alright. Finish off Lapras, Spore, Aggron. Unless Aggron's slower, which is actually very likely, Aggron to be slower than Breloom. In which case you won't be able to actually get the Spore off. Nope, it is faster than my Breloom. Got super blessed to get a brave Breloom for this team. Like, when I saw it first, I'm like, oh, that's kind of lame. Like, he had the attack power, but it kind of sucks Breloom's slow. Fast Spore is good. But with Trick Room, Brave is a really big help. Got a Hitmontop. Shadow? It is not Shadow. So... Shadow Bone. And I'll just go ahead and start throwing Ultra Balls. Because we now have enough that I could just kind of spam them. I'm not too worried about running out of Ultra Balls, and I have 50. And we got it. Oh, we didn't get it. I cursed it. I cursed it. Fake out. So that's going to take out our Breloom, which is a shame. And Shadow Bone does not even come close to taking out Hitmontop. Did they up its defense? We'll bring in Mawile. Marowak can throw a ball. And I'll use Mawile to play rough on Hitmontop, which should take it out, especially with the defense drop. Got it. There's play rough. Which does take out Hitmontop. Oh right, it intimidated on Marowak. That's why Marowak didn't do as much damage as it should have. Got an Arcanine. Shadow Arcanine. Been a long time coming, this one. There's been a lot of Arcanines thrown down. And a Slowking, which is going to have Trickster. Intimidate happened. I'll switch out Marowak. I can't really do much like this. And Super Fang here. Scald. Probably for Porygon. Nah, for Mawile. Hopefully it won't burn. Well, the burn won't be as bad considering I'm mostly using this for a Super Fang at the moment. Shadow Blaze. Whiff. Trick Room wore off. Bit of a shame, that. So we will Thunderbolt here. Throw an Ultra Ball here. Did buy a bunch of Net Balls just in case. Makes it easier to catch the Water and Bug types. No snag. Shadow Blaze. It does not drop our Mawile because we get that Aura Filter. There's Thunderbolt. Right, Slowking is very specially defensive. This will probably take out our Mawile. Yes, it did. But now I'm gonna send in Slowking to get our Trick Room back up. And then we'll Thunderbolt, Light Screen. It's got Shadow version of Extreme Speed. Jeez, the damage. Psyshock. Probably on Porygon as well. It's actually kind of what I was hoping for. I was hoping Porygon 2's attack could go up before it dropped, but I did want it to drop so that we could bring in our Marowak and, like, let it sweep. Because we can Shadow Bone here. Slowking, I'm going to use it to heal Marowak. Probably should have gone for a Hyper Potion. I hope it'll be enough. It's fine, it's going for Psyshock anyway instead of Scald. Low damage. And that should take it out. Yeah. Leveled up to 40. Arcanine's Shadow Blaze again. We do have a Light Screen up, so this shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, now down to the last Pokemon, which means I can start doing this. Fire off an Ice Beam at it. My weakest option to lower its HP. Hopefully the Ice Beam will freeze, but that's obviously not a high chance. Yeah. So I can throw as many of those down as I need to. Shadow Blaze missed. Come on, stay in. Hey, we got it. Nice. We beat Steve. I have you beat in chest muscle size. We got his Aggron and Arcanine. And we're gonna run back and we're gonna heal up our Pokemon before we go up. And we're back. Gonna head right up here and I guess I'll loot this item before I battle this guy. TM26, that's usually Earthquake. Let's see what it is. TM26, Earth Power. Alright, very useful. It's a good move. I want to see if I actually can give that as coverage to anything. Nope. Well, not except Nidoqueen, which already knows it. So, what are the chances this guy leads with a Shadow Pokemon? I'm gonna say pretty high and switch our Breloom to the lead slot. Okay, now all there is to do is just the voltage. Let me see, where's the system lever? Huh? Whoops, I left it on my desk. That's not smart. Oh hey, that's my system lever. You went and got it for me. Thank you. Wait, who are you? If the voltage goes up even a little, the computer controlling the whole facility will shut down. So we're gonna just overclock this whole place. I can't let you lay one finger on this control machine. I think I'm gonna overclock your R&D lab there, Jay. Lead to a Metagross and a Poliwrath. Potent Pokemon. I will switch out Breloom in a heartbeat if neither of these are Shadow. Trickster activated. Neither are Shadow, so Breloom is gonna come back. We'll send in Nidoqueen. Slowking is gonna pop Psychic on Poliwrath. Hit it with that Bullet Punch. Moderate. There's Psychic. Solid damage. Especially considering it's level 48 and we're only level 42. That was not much damage. Alright, so Nidoqueen is going to pop Earth Power. Slowking is going to drop Poliwrath. Metagross continues to go for Bullet Punch. Here's our Psychic. There it goes. What's next? Earth Power. Is your final Pokemon a Shadow Pokemon? That's the question. Politoed. It won't be since we already have a Shadow, or we already caught a Politoed. So we'll finish you off with Earth Power. Actually, switch you out for Porygon 2. Finish you off with Scald. And there's the Bullet Punch. Probably a 3-hit KO. 4 if we're lucky. But doesn't matter anymore. Now you're off the field. Extra sensory. They didn't buff that, right? 80 might flinch versus 90 metal or special defense. Yeah, we're gonna keep Psychic. Oh, no, yes. There we go. So I did look it up. Porygon 2 does learn Discharge at level 40 in regular Pokemon games, so I'm just gonna assume they didn't give it to it in XG, which is kind of a shame, but what are you gonna do? Can't expect them to get every single Pokemon, like go down the movesets for every single Pokemon and make sure they're working. Or maybe they did go down all the movesets and decide that Porygon 2 should get it later. I don't know. I'm cool with Thunderbolt for now. Politoed isn't cool with Thunderbolt though, look at it. There it goes. That's a quick battle. We didn't actually lose any Pokemon, which is nice. Probably use some Super Potions in between battles instead of running back because I have the money, you know? You can't have it. Get back the system lever. Maybe if you hadn't told me that this thing would just let me overclock your entire building. So we'll heal up because You know how video games work. You start this thing and someone's gonna run in and fight you. Do you have a weaker potion? No, I don't. Do we just voltage? Use the system lever to not raise the voltage. We are gonna overvolt this place. There we go. Machine is going wild. That it? Nice. And only like 20 hours in have we blown up an enemy base. Whereas we got that in the first 5 minutes in Coliseum. What's going on? The production line stopped. The control computer's not responding. You didn't make, like, backups? Let's go. What the blazes? The shadow software's been deleted. Alright, Dexter. Got a Clefable and a Fortress. Leave us looking in Breloom. Fortress might be Shadow. It is. Nice. So, Spore, Fortress. And I guess I'll just set up Light Screen. Oh god, it went for Shadow Boom. Fine. Gonna have to track that one down in between episodes now. Forgot that that could happen. There's Moonblast. I went first too because of our own Trick Room. If we didn't have Trick Room set up, we would have been able to spore it first. Alright, Skarmory comes in. Are you Shadow? No. Alright, Bullet Seed our Clefable. Switch out Slowking for Marowak. There's Bullet Seed. Need 4 hits to KO it? Not 3 is all I need. Iron Head. It is for Breloom. I was thinking if it was going to hit Breloom, it would be using a flying move. Alright, and he'll probably send in a Shadow Pokemon, so we'll bring in Mawile. A Muck. And it is a Shadow Muck. Super Fang, Fire Punch. There you go. Remember in regular XD, ooh, that's a nice burn. In regular XD, there was a, that should do half damage. No, it does levelless damage? I'm not sure. Oh, it's my own, it's Foul Play. In regular XD, now is when you got a Shadow Arbok that had a Shadow move called Shadow Half, which was just like Super Fang on as all 3 targets, and that would be a huge boon. I think I wouldn't take Mawile off our team, but I would go teach it Swords Dance and take Nidoqueen off our team for that. Maybe switch who has the Aura Filter around too. So there's a Chansey. Super Fang Muck again. Rock Crash. Nah, Fire Punch the Chansey. Muck avoided the move. So if we can get an access to Shadow Half, that's definitely something we'll use. That should be a nice chunk of EXP for these two. Yup. Shadow Sickness, which is toxic, but I don't know why you use it on Mawile. A Shuckle! Hey, I don't intend to fuckle. Ooh, we can catch it. Man, if Shuckle has Shadow Half, that would be one of the best Pokemon you could possibly get. So now I'm gonna start throwing Pokeballs. Wait, was it this guy who had Arbok, or was it Gorgon? Or Bruce, as they're calling him in this hack. Just saying. Hey! There's Shadow Sickness. Yeah, it doesn't affect, still won't affect Mawile. Super Fang. Light Screen off, which is fine. We now have to deal with the Shuckle. I'm not too worried about the defensive side. Or about our defensive side. And since we can catch that Shuckle, I'm not particularly worried about winning the fight itself. So we'll Super Fang, and we'll throw an Ultra Ball. That's a bug type, actually. I could throw Net Ball. I should have just thrown a Net Ball on turn 1 against the Fortress. Now I gotta chase it down in Myra B's team. So I'm gonna make a note here. Make a note to not use Trick Room in that fight so that we can just take it out nice and easy. And we got our Shuckle. Hopefully Myra B will just show up at a Poké spot. So Fortress fled somewhere. Our Heracross is ready, which is nice. I'm gonna go down the regular way so I can heal. I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. And I realized it's not impossible that I missed something that had Shadow Half already. So here's Gorgon. So let's go right up and battle you. Save. Got 4 Shadow Pokemon in this. Alright, here we go, Gorgon. Where are all my crew? You wiped them out? Every last one? Impossible. One kid took down all those Shadow Pokemon we made? Urgh, I'm wrecking my factory. You smeared dirt all over my good name and standing. Moves like a gorilla. You done it now. I'm steaming mad. There's no forgiving that. Be prepared to drop. Alright, let's go, Donkey Kong. Got Aerodactyl and Cacturne. So I know Aerodactyl isn't Shadow because I was offered to trade an Aerodactyl. So it's a rare Pokespot encounter. And Cacturne isn't Shadow either. So we're gonna just go ahead and Bullet Seed you. Ice Beam you. I'm hoping Bullet Seed will take out Aerodactyl before it has a chance to one-shot me with a flying move, or not be under Focus Sash with a flying move. Sandstorm goes off, so Focus Sash will be a one-shot. The Aerodactyl could also be like using Crunch on only 3 times. Aerial Ace, yeah. And see, it could be using Crunch on our Slowking. If the Sandstorm will finish off Breloom. I should probably stop playing so fast and loose with Breloom, but if that had gotten one more hit, it would have probably taken out the Aerodactyl. I'll finish you off with Play Rough and Scald Aerodactyl. I did buy a good amount of revives, just so if we really need to use Spore, we can. And there's level up for Mawile. Slowking gets buffeted by the Sandstorm. Oh, is pelted by hail, or whatever they said by hail, default for hail, and then we just have... and buffeted is just for sandstorm? Anyway, which of these is Shadow? It's the Claydol. That wouldn't be a bad type to have on our team, if it has the Shadow half move. So finish off or take down this Sand Slash, with a critical hit even. No chance he's surviving that. Super Fang. Shadow Room. Is that Trick Room? So it untwisted the dimensions now? A Regirock. Ooh, that being Shadow is very interesting. That'll be a hell of a time to catch. Super Fang. I'm gonna go ahead and use a Revive on our Breloom because we're gonna need Spore to catch that. Shadow Dream? Is that Dream Eater? Shadow Golem. Probably a signature move for the Shadow Golems. Moderate damage. It wasn't super effective. Like, it didn't give the "it's super effective" message. Is that a bug? Or does it do, like, set damage? Not sure what's up with that. Slowking is buffeted by the Sandstorm. Alright. Super Fang. Throw an Ultra Ball. You know what, actually? We'll Super Fang Regirock this turn, and then I'll throw the ball. Claydol. Just gonna hope that we catch this. Because the Regirock is gonna be the hard part of this fight. So they are starting to throw legendaries at us, which is not unexpected. Shadow Dream, which I think is gonna be Dream Eater? Shadow Crush. That looks like Explosion, but it's not. Okay, good. Right, that's Superpower. Does Clear Body block that now? Yeah, Clear Body must have blocked the stat reduction. Sandstorm subsided. Bring in Breloom. Fang, Spore. So the Shadow Dream is not much of a threat at all. I probably should focus on the Regirock entirely. Shadow Golem. Does it do 52 damage? I think it does 52 damage, so it does level damage. It's like Nightshade, but it hits both. Breloom avoided, which is really good. So I haven't seen the Claydol successfully attack us, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it asleep. To keep the Regirock asleep and try to catch that now. There's Super Fang. And throw Ultra Ball. And I don't think they left in his Shadow half Pokemon, so I gotta check what we have. Got Regirock. We just got Regirock, looks like that. Shadow Dream doesn't do anything. Super Fang. There you go. Got a Steelix. You also Shadow? It is. Super Fang and Spore on the same Pokemon. Shadow Dream whiffed, or failed. My Breloom is slower than a Steelix. Give that a moment to sink in. There's Super Fang. Like, I'm worried about that Steelix popping, like, the Shadow Earthquake or whatever it's called, so I'm definitely gonna try to catch our Claydol now. Instead of sporing it first. Stay in. No, not quite. Shadow Dream has no effect. Stay asleep. Alright, cool. So what I'll do now is I'll try to catch the Steelix and I'll spore the Claydol. I really don't want to have to track down Mirror B twice. Hey, we got it. Shadow Dream. And there's the Spore. So this is probably what a lot of our fights are going to look like in the future. These two Pokemon, or whatever, if we get a Shadow Half Pokemon, get that one in there too. Just slowly whittling down the opponent. But yeah, in default XD, this guy has an Arbok, a Shadow Arbok with Shadow Half that I always use on my team when I play XD. It carries you through the last half of the game. Not really carries, but like makes it easier, because there's trainers that have like 6 Shadow Pokemon in the next area. Oh, it can only be used when it's asleep. That's really interesting. That's not what I expected at all. Two. Just keep Super Fang. Of all these 3 Pokemon, there's a Steelix and there's an actual, like, legendary Pokemon. And the hardest one to catch has been this Claydol. Stay in. Hey, alright, nice. It's 3 more Shadow Pokemon right there. Ooga! Gained 11k. Solid sum of money. Ooga! You're not getting away with this. I'm not taking this. I'll blow up the factory with you in it. And here we go. Mr. Varich himself. Bruce, that is quite enough, except you have lost. You remember me, don't you? So we have Grandmaster Tyrion now. The plan itself is unharmed. We've completed XG001. It now rests with me. Now I shall prepare our final plan to activate XG001. Do you think you can stop me? I'll be at Cipher's HQ. It's on Citadark Isle off the coast of Gedeon Port. It's an impregnable fortress that repels all with cruel waves and thick clouds. None can reach it. Come if you dare. So it's a little bit of a callback, I think, to the Pokemon First movie. No ordinary ship can get close because of the rough seas, and if you do manage to get on the island, the place will be swarming with trainers carrying the Shadow Pokemon I made. There should be a lot more. If I didn't drop the ship, it wouldn't have taken so long. How many? I can't tell you that. If I did, it'd floor you. Our Venusaur is ready. A list of manufactured Shadow Pokemon. So now we should be able to check out our list here. Shadow Monitor. So we got all of these. Good amount getting ready. Explode's almost ready too. We need to catch Fortress. Ooh. That's lots of cool ones. Definitely Registeel and Regice are in there. Sorry, Groudon and Kyogre? That's kind of spoilers, actually. That's part of the game. Alright. So we'll get down out of here. So I'm going up here. Now I can just go here. Yeah. Funny how that works. I hope I didn't miss any trainers by doing this. Otherwise I had to track down the shadow Pokemon with the radar. Yeah, I just didn't notice that that, like, gate was open. Not too much useful stuff, though. Alright, ending the episode for real now.